So Desert Cold saw your post on Overwatch University. Says a Wrecking Ball on Lijiang Tower. Great map for Wrecking Ball. Great comp for Wrecking Ball too. We got a Pharaoh, we got a Tracer, sort of old school Lijiang. And then we have a pretty safe backline. They're hard to dive or pick. They can survive on their own. Wu Yang can escape, can play a million miles away, and Lucio can add some extra peel and also just like can kind of get away. It's not a ton of healing, so you're going to want to pick up health packs, that sort of thing. So here's what you wrote. During this match, I really feel like my backline was letting me down a lot. I was constantly making space and hitting techs, but it didn't seem to get much value. There are multiple fights where I would force all the enemy cooldowns, yet got no support. I do admit that one or two of my engages were bad, and I'm really struggling to find a balance between when to go in and when I shouldn't. How else can I play ball so I wouldn't have to heavily rely on my team to follow up on my plays? So that's what you wrote, and I just want to kind of fast forward through this just so we can get an overall impression, because I think the big picture, just having watched this, is more important than a little parts, because there's kind of like a lot. Yeah. So we're going to just go fast motion here. The thing I'll say with Wrecking Ball 2 is you always want to be using your speed. This third-person camera, you have better field of vision than other characters, so you want to be using that to go around to the side or behind the other team, so that you can engage them from an angle, so you can make them look not straight at your team, and that's what allows you to make space to let your team walk. And also so they don't see you coming, so they don't hit you with like 50 cooldowns like what just happened here. So this is one death, you get booped off. And you just kind of went straight at him. You went for the boop, which is understandable. If I were you, would hug that wall. Here we go. We don't know what's going on over there. We use our grapple, so if we got stunned here, we'd die. Like we got slapped here, probably get javelined off and we wouldn't have grapple. We just kind of go at them, yeah? We eat a bunch of cooldowns. We take almost all of our health, 730 damage. And so I don't know if you're like, this is a good cooldown. The thing is, like, the other team hasn't moved at all. They're just holding this bridge. We need to help our team get from here over to there. They have a real hard time doing that with their tank out of the fight, and nobody really, like, you haven't made space, right? They don't have cooldowns, sure, but they can just hide back here and use their damage to keep your team back. And go at them again. This time we get through. And even something as simple as that, your DPS basically make plays. And we get booped off again. So do you see the pattern there? Like, even something as simple as that, as soon as you were behind them, your team could actually walk a little, right? We go right at the Orisa again, we get slapped again. We eat a bunch of damage, die again. Like, the thing with Wrecking Ball is that you should, like, almost never die. Kind of slam no one. The other thing is that you're just, like, you're third person, you're not really looking where your team is. Which is why your engagements are so bad. Like, they're almost always early. Nice wall jump, smooth. Get booped again and die. Your engages are almost always early. And they're usually not from a sneaky angle. You're not, like, trying to do sort of half of your job, which is just to get them to look at you and not their team. Get booped again. I think we ate... Oh, we definitely ate the drill. I think we ate anti. We might have eaten sleep. Now we have beat, so we have a bunch of health. Good kill on that guy, on Adventure. But it's like, what's your team up to right now? Like, now they're ready to walk, right? We get booped again. So he died like, I don't know, is it 5 times now? We have booped off a lot. You do a bunch of damage die again, your team gets a stall, and it's done. So it's like, at least in this first map, your team is not playing with the tank, basically. Like, sure, you eat a bunch of cooldowns, but you're also feeding a bunch of alt charge to the other team. And you're not making their team, like, need to look anywhere other than straight at where your team wants to walk. Okay? So, the thing I need you to do, really, you should just watch Yeatl's Wrecking Ball for Dummies guide, which is basically the stages of Wrecking Ball. Play, like the gameplay loop. You need to scout, like get information so you can make a decision about where to set up. That's step 2. And setting up is usually like going around the other team, taking a long route, being a little sneaky, and then you strike. And a strike can be a hard engage, which is basically what you're doing all the time. You use your slam, you use your shield, right? You're trying to motion lock them, either like get a pick, like I think Honest used her sleep. I think I could kill her with like a pile drive in the backline. Or like I think I can slam a bunch of people in their team, like in a place where, let's say, like my Pharah can shoot. A place where my Tracer is like on the side and can come in and finish those kills, like we can kill people together. But a strike could also be like you're on the side. We'll like look at some situations. You're on the side and you start shooting someone, or you like roll through some of their team, but you're intending to go over like by a health pack or something to get them to just look to the side, get people on their team looking to the side, so your team can get close enough so that you can do the hard engage, you can do the slam, and they can follow up. So it's like you're the most mobile character in the game. On your team, you have the most health. It's entirely on you both to live, because you should be doing that like constantly. You should be a constant pest. So it's on you to live, and it's on you to look at your team, and as the tank, this is always your job. No matter what character you play, make the decision about, okay, when can my team, like when should I commit resources so my team can follow it up? How do I make this easy for my team, right? So we come out. This rollout, by the way, is fine. It's slow. You can jump over this thing while you're rolling. You can just jump it. And that way you're a little more sneaky in case there's like an echo, for example, so they can't see you. So you can come over here. And we're going to come over here. This is a common boop spot. The problem is they see you coming like the whole way, right? And you don't even know what they have. So we haven't scouted. Like, if we go back, and yeah, I'm on console. If we go back to like this moment, for me, I might be peeking here. I might be set up tight against this wall, which you do have time to get to coming this way so they can't see me, and I use my third person to like see around this corner without them seeing me. Or we could be hiding like here-ish. So we can see them, and then we can go for that boop. Yeah. So we come out, and then the other thing is like, we're talking tech on this map, but like a grapple like here, or here-ish, and swing around and get them on this angle. That's surprising, right? That you probably won't eat quite as many cooldowns, which you don't know that they have, but like a javelin, a sleep, something like that. right? They have time to react to you. And also, just if you're going to go for this play, when you're safe, right here, again, if we're here, we have a little more time. You also need to look behind you, around you, and just be like, okay, like my Lucio's here. My Tracer's all the way over there, right? My Pharah's all the way over there. Like, they're ready to take a fight here. So I'm going to go for this, but it's not going to be a hard commit. It's a soft engage. And when I do it, I'm planning to release my grapple in such a way that, like, at least I'll be here by this health pack, hugging this wall, back on this rock for cover, or I'm gonna like roll all the way through here and then come back, right? Like jump this, come back, and be ready for the main fight here. Like I don't want to use my shields because after I use my shields, I can't really fight and live as much. Like we're in a poke stage. Your team, there's no way you should expect them to follow up on this, right? They've like just gotten here to fight and you're dead. Yeah? And it's because you're just not sneaky at all. So they're gonna get cleaned up. The other thing, like, so we just try to go main again, right? Again, you're really fast. Like, we can just like hop this. If we want them off of that bridge, we can shoot them from the sides here. Here, right? Over here in this building. Be over here, and we have this like mega here. This is why this map is so good for Wrecking Ball. We can even like be back here and be shooting them, trying to get someone to turn around, right? And also, it might be easier to get a boop if they can't see us. We might be able to boot them on that angle, right? Or we think they're holding this bridge, they got it really good. We come around all the way this way and just stand on point. You do that later in the match. But we're just like, right? Like, you've eaten all these cooldowns. I already talked about this, but like, you haven't gotten any space for it, right? It'd be a different story if you ate a bunch of cooldowns, like unlucky or something, but you did that like over here and then escaped this way and some people chased you. Then at least like this area of the map would open up a little. Like, and that's a tech, I guess, but you're also just not, like, I do this on console and it's easier on mouse and keyboard. Like, you're not looking where you're gonna slam, so you slam no one. And you do that like a fair amount. We eat that, and we're just not playing around any stuns or like any regard for own life. So like right now our goal is to stall. This is kind of fine. But I'm just shot like you keep going at the Ana without trying to make her miss the sleep and without trying to dodge it in any way really. Like honestly you should be dead from the sleep because you're right by another boop thing. Like, she's doing her thing. Look how easy this is for her to see you. Oh, here it comes. Good sleep by her. But it's like, after the first 2 or 3 times, I'm gonna be like, okay, I need to be careful, like, try to hear the sleep, but it's a really distinctive sound. Or like, I'm gonna play like, okay, she sleeps me on site, so I'm gonna try to pretend like I'm doing something like this. Like, come over here and shoot at her and wait for her to try to do it and then like roll this way to try and like actively dodge it. But like you're just not going to get follow-up fighting for this space because you don't. It's really hard to take because their spawn's right there. They're coming from a place where it's easy for them to boop. It's hard for you to boop. And you just don't need it. Make them walk over this bridge, which is really hard to do, right? And you tried this boop on main. I think eventually you get someone, but you tried this like 4 times, I would say, already, and like they know you're gonna do it. You're very predictable. And there we eat way too much damage. Right, we've used our shields, so we need to be sort of soft engaging. Slamming tanks is usually a bad idea in general, especially ones that can stun you. Because it makes your like trajectory really predictable. And slamming without shields, if you're doing that, you're going for a solo kill. You're not trying to just like slam up main. We just die. We could have gone and grabbed this health pack. We're trying to prevent them from taking the point, right? So this could be a good play if you look killable and you run away and you distract them from going to get point. Or you like swing around this thing, come back, jump over this moat, and go get this mega, come back from behind them, and then swing around a point or something like that to stall. But we just die. You know? The other thing we need to think about, look how like look how the Orisa has ult, and I think she's had it for a little, and I think you were maybe at 60 ult charge when she got it. Like the differential is insane. And they're like, I guess it's a smooth boop, but you're not ending your grapples in safe spaces. Like if I'm gonna go that way, I'm going like all the way to here. And I'm saying like, come catch me, come catch me. I'm trying to take them back this way, back that way, even just back on point so they can't hold this bridge. Slam no one again. I'd also just say versus team, like with Javelin especially, and kind of sleep, these ledge slams are very, very risky. Very easy to get boot here. I would be looking honestly for more of like a retract slam. I think you spend a lot of energy on the wall jumps, and if you're using grapple already, it doesn't really benefit you all that much other than looking cool, because you can always just retract and slam wherever you want. And if you do it like without going into fireball, you get your grapple back really fast, right? And then you can use a grapple to get some boot damage in and get away. Yeah, you need to be thinking more about how you're gonna like get away and where you want to take the other team. This is a good play. It's not very smoothly executed, but it's a good play. The other thing just on Wrecking Ball, there's certain heroes you're really, really good into, and there's ones you absolutely don't want to fight. Right? And the good thing is you're fast enough that you don't have to take almost any fight you don't want. Right? We don't want to fight Orisa. We can be like, hey, come kill me, buddy, and try to get her back away from our team. But on their team, we want to be almost always shooting Ana, or looking for like whenever we see, especially Echo, whenever we see her land after she's used her glide, really free kill for us. Venture a little if we can get to where they are, like after they've dug. It's like not the best matchup, but not the worst. And Lucio too, we can shoot him. We should almost always be shooting support. And then if they're pocketing each other, great. And then we go set up a DPS kill. We're just really focused on this Orisa here. Like, that's smooth tech, but it doesn't really get you that much. Like, it's cool that you did it, but you end your slam, like, right in front of her, and it's an easy sleep for her, right? If we're gonna slam her, we need to try to, like, sort of roll under her or something, or slam and end it by this cover here and shoot her, so it's easier for us to dodge the sleep. You need to play around the sleep. You build out by your Pharah there. Right? We don't want any part of this fight. They're not doing anything dangerous to our team here. I would be like probably taking stock, shooting them to get them inside, and then maybe coming around behind for the boop. If I'm gonna do that, but I'm also not in a rush to like feed them. Right? Like there's no reason for you to die there. Even though you got the kill on the Lucio with Beej, it's like your team needs to carry for you here. You're just taking yourself out of the game. And so they spend ults, you can't do anything about it because you're in spawn. And we don't have supports now. And now also you have mines. And the other thing I noticed, and I'm gonna maybe stop throwing so many things, but your mines are really bad. I'm sorry to say. On this point, almost always the best play is like coming up and thinking about where you want them to end. So like if it were me playing this match right now, at that moment when my Lucio and Wu Yang died, I would be grappled like up here, retract, waiting. And I wait for the team to come in. I'd be waiting for the least mobile person, the Ana, to walk in ideally. But there's like 3 of them probably. And then I would release my grapple mine, 180, like press the slam button in 180, which like pulls people you slam. When you slam, it pulls people towards where you hit, and you move a little forward when you slam. So if you 180 or even a 90-degree turn the camera as you're slamming, it'll pull people like into the minefield, right? And we want like a bit of a spread because we just want to make it hard for them to step on a point. But that's the only way we're going to win this. And I'd be playing right now for point control, right? Like we're hard engaging here. In the spot you've been booed from like 3 times doing this exact same thing. And our team's all dead. So it's like, oh, we turned them around and we made space for nobody, right? We're pretty safe here. And I would be looking behind, like, these guys are coming back, right? We have beat. I have my ult. Like, this is kind of a winnable fight, actually. If not winnable, I can get some ults out or something like that. But I want to get the point ticker to 85, so I would be like waiting just like here, or again, retracted up there, and then just my goal is to stall the point because I've got annoying heroes. I've got a Tracer that's fast, so that, like this point's really, really stallable if you play it smart. But this is the opposite of smart. Like your Lucio's on point, right? He gets a good touch. So here we try to go main. We have a beat, so we're able to get an engage. But like, what's going on with your team here? Right? I wouldn't even slam the Orisa or Booper. It doesn't do that much. I would be like shooting her and then maybe boop through, try to get her to chase me this way. Something like that. I would just be annoying and stalling and trying to get the ticker to 99. Like that mine's just kind of sucks. what is that doing? It protects this space, what your team is coming into. It's sort of your team space. Whereas like these guys, they naturally retreat over here. So like a mine over on here or a little shaded this way, it'll prevent that. It'll prevent the Lucio from jumping in. Sims like to use this window to TP, right? We could get like a really good stall going. And at least force the beat out, right? And it's like, just as your team respawns, you slam... Did you slam anyone? I don't know what you saw to decide to do this. I guess the Echo? But it's like, how you play Wrecking Ball is like, you want to understand who's looking at you and control that, make decisions about that. Like, I want you to look at that now. So like, if it were me, my first goal is to get my team to walk, like get over that bridge. So I'm going to be set up somewhere, or just shooting a healer here. But I'm going to be set up somewhere to make people look like when I see them hit that bridge there. I don't want attention on them. I'm going to take the attention. And I'd probably just shoot. I might roll through and then go over to this pagoda. But instead, like, oh, we're dying and it's at a really important time. Right? Like, it might be hard for us to touch point now. Again, go straight and jump over. Like, you slam her, like, with the TP out, you don't know if Echo has her thing or not. Like, and also you're just not worried about touching point, which is sort of the most important thing. Right? Like, my goal here is to stall as much as possible until I see a couple of people like these DPS. If we'd send like Ana here, for example, probably dies, right? And before that, if I get early, another big job of yours is to kill turrets, because you can get like way behind them and be in a spot with your hit scan weapons to kill them for your team. Right? Like, we're just not trying to dodge really anything. We kill her through brute force. But, like, you're gonna lose that DPS race versus Sim, especially if you don't hit headshots. Right? So we died like 7 times. We got booted off 5. And it's the first round. Like, that would be a pretty bad, like, entire payload map with overtime for me. And if I was dying that much on Wrecking Ball, I would probably switch. But the crazy part is they're not even running like a Cassidy or something that would really give you problems. So we switch on Mauga about now. Oh, Flash of the Doom. It's like this is sort of the same problem. Like, when we use our mobility cooldowns, whether it's a grappling hook, when we use important cooldowns, or Mauga's thing, we're a little vulnerable, so we don't want to overcommit. If it would be rolling out Mauga, I would be like checking, like, what do they have? What am I walking into? Like, they've got their sim with movement. I would hear this turret and probably try to clear it first thing. Or it might be like, I don't want any part of this way. I'm going to go out and try to fight on point because I'm dangerous at range. And maybe your team was complaining. We had to be really worried about Ana anti now. We care more about that. We care about sleep as well. We're easy to sleep. I like that you reload and cover. I like that you go for that But, Echo made a play that sucks. As Maui, you can't do that much about it. It's also like you're running Malga into Ana and Orisa, which is not like a choice that makes that much sense. Like, if I were to switch going into this comp here, I'm not sure what, like, I would probably play Wrecking Ball into this. Um, I'd consider something like a Winston, a little easier to deal with the sim that way. Although I think if you focus on booping a sim instead of trying to straight up fight her and then get your slam, like she can get isolated once she's used her TP. She doesn't have much mobility. I would maybe consider like a Ramatra into this or an Orisa mirror. But it's the same thing, right? We're just going main. We're not checking where anyone is. We get this kind of lucky boop. But like the thing is, I didn't see her in a dangerous spot and like, oh, I could boop her out the window. You're just kind of doing shit, and that's fine. But like, usually a hold at this window can be really brutal, and a lot of the time you want to come sort of this way and either do what you did, just a little smarter, or come around like through here and be shooting from behind them here. And then they turn around, right? And you hide, your team walks a little forward, and then you scoop and boop. You grapple up here, fireball through them, and then slam them here at the choke, like when they've used a few cooldowns, and then your team can kill them, like rushing through. Or we just go all the way around, like screw you guys, and touch point, and they all start walking back, and that creates some chaos. But even then, like, that was enough because you lived. And I think maybe the main thing is, like, we're just not prioritizing our own life enough. We'll probably just need to be the fun police for this Echo a little more. You see how easy it is to kill her, like, if you catch her and she can't fly, like, when she wants to, or get somewhere. I don't know why you're going for a spawn camp on Echo. She's not a very good hero to do that to, because first of all, you gotta let him get back. And second of all, like, she has her glide as she's coming out the door. Like, if we want to make this play, we hide here and see her walk out, and then she uses her flight, and then that's when we go. And usually, we can really just catch her pretty easily, like here. You also probably didn't notice this with Reaper. I would be like, my team's here, I want to hold this. I go this way, I would be like looking at where they're going, and then I would kind of counter move, see what they're trying to take, and then decide like where to engage, right? Kind of just like leaving your team to get walked on here. And then we don't do anything to the Echo, so she just damages us for free because we walk in a straight line away from her, right? Like, we need to just avoid damage. We take this long way, straight out an Ana who can sleep us, and a Reaper who can absolutely screw us, and you just don't want to be caught in small spaces in Wrecking Ball. Like, if I'm trying to make a play like this, I'm doing it from this way. Notice it's perpendicular, right? And I'm making sure I get the gold out. From the Ana or a sleep out, I try to get something out. Or I'm doing it like when I know they're not going to be looking at me, like they walked kind of up here, they're looking for people to kill. Right? Like you're very obvious and you're going straight into a bunch of shit you don't want to be near. Whereas if we'd hung back, maybe we could have killed this Echo, at least. Or I would have soft engaged, like I'm shooting like I'm going to do this, and then I duck away before they can sleep me. Shooting from this way, I'm trying to just like annoy them and annoy them and annoy them. Get the Reaper to chase me, right? Get the Ana, get the Orisa to huck a javelin at me so she doesn't know that. You're kind of like, I guess I get what you're saying that you get resources out, but the way you do that is by dying or almost dying, and you're not specifically trying to like bait specific cooldowns and live. Like sometimes I'll take a sleep if I know I'm in a spot where I won't die immediately, i.e. like in this not near a Reaper. I went for the tech there, went for the tech there. Like I just think you're too focused on techs. Like I almost never wall jump. Like I do it, but it's not usually like the main goal. Ledge jumps like this one are great, but like here you're not slamming anything. I think because you're trying to hit the tech, and it's like just shoot her, just shoot her, shoot her, dodge asleep, then slam her and kill her with a retract, easy. Grapple that, retract a little, slam. Wall jump that, that's an easy one, or any of these are really easy wall jumps. Or I usually just go up on these stairs, jump off, slam. Right? Like, you're not even preventing her from doing her job. Yeah? Like, just shoot her. And, like, touching point can be a good idea, too. But I don't see you looking towards your team, like, your team isn't even trying to walk yet. So you could do it to, like, try and keep their team back. But, like, I just don't see you making that decision. And here, like, this is a great decision when to mine. Right? It's pretty good. Your team still isn't walking on him. But it's very poorly executed. Again, they're super tightly grouped because you just did it on the ground. You did it a little too late. And they were already backing up. So now they're just behind these mines. Nobody's forced to... I guess you get the beat here, but... Oh, no. Yeah, you do get the beat. But I think that's a poor play on Lucio's part. Like, he should just, like, go out that door there. The real thing to do would have been to grapple up here on the ceiling. Boop them all forward. And mine and slam. Like, so you're trying to trap their team between the mines and your team in a way where they can't back out. And even then, like, I see that I maybe would think mine, but probably not because my team isn't anywhere close to do any fighting. Like, the space we've gotten is this, and we should be able to get our team to walk like this way without having to commit our ultimate. This is a clean jump, but that kind of stuff's only valuable if, like, you avoid damage and you're clean with your kills, right? Like, I feel like it's costing you so much to execute the tech that you're not doing the important thing, which is, like, when you movement lock them, shoot them in the head. We had this. We needed to get near someone. There we go. We just shoot someone. Just shoot the support. Even here, like, you need to be aware, like, this is where they're coming from when they respawn, and you just are standing there with, like, a clean line trying to respond to you. It's like, it couldn't be it's like the easiest thing in the world for the Ana to hit cooldowns on you. Do damage to you, like if an echo or something came out, they'd blow you up. Like, there's just no reason to be here and not, like, here or here. And like this is the whole thing is like because we don't scout, we don't set up, we're not like planning where we want the fight to happen. You don't really like do the things. Like on Wrecking Ball, if I get the point and I get a reset on their team, I'm coming out this way and I'm looking for the classic like window box, boop them like right here kind of thing. Or even just I'm lurking, I go a little closer, they want to walk forward here, and it's that moment when they're not sure, like they could go forward, they could go back, depends how it goes. That's when I like grapple up here, go straight through, slam, like land here-ish, kind of by cover, so then I can go around the cover, get another grapple, right? Like keep taking them away from where my team is looking, away from like I see that Wu Yang, like I want to kill them. And also, you just had no clue that this Echo's here. Really easy for you to go hunt that down and be back on time, right? But like you used our shields, and now we want to fight, right? It's just like it's like great that we hit the tech, but it's not like helping you get kills really. That one notwithstanding. Clean, but you've taken so much damage you don't have shields, right? Anytime you slam, you just need to do this calculation, like, is this worth taking a buttload of damage? I'm going for a double boop here and a spawn camp, but we've given up the point, right? And we die, like, in their spawn. How is your team supposed to follow up on this? Right? Like, what space have we made for our team doing this? You can explore if you could spawn camp someone, but you need to be sneaker about it. You need to run away if it's a bad fight. Like Reaper, honestly, is a harder ball counter than people talk about. If their team just stays together, it can be really hard to get things done on ball. So we have mines. It's sort of our win condition here. If it's me, I'm looking to go around. Even up here, if it's empty. See if I can get some sort of mine based on where they are. A lot of the time, teams will be like up here, and then this can be a great mine spot. Because then I can slam like near some cover and not take so much damage slamming. Even just being back here, see the Tracer's going to go on her, like, I get help with that, and then mines. We see the Reaper's vulnerable. This would be a great time to mines if we get it. But we need elevation for our mines. Right, we're trying to execute the tech there and get punished for it. Like this would be a good play if you had control of the point, but you don't. We need to get these guys the hell out of this space. We need to get our mines with some good spread, like here-ish. And get control of this point, get this fight under control. Right, like even that with a little jump, pretty good, but if we just retract, hit up here, retract, get this, it cuts out the Orisa from heals, sort of, because the mines will block a lot of Anna's shots. She can't come and take the point. It makes it harder for Lucio. Right, and here we just need to avoid damage. That's pretty smooth. But it's like, I would just not be slamming. I'm not going to kill anyone. I think that's a big thing. You need to slam people when you think you can kill them. So that somebody's isolated, or it's like people are in a bad spot, your team can kill. So yeah, we're probably... Oh yeah, we do this thing. You need to be near someone when that explodes. It knocks it down, and then you shoot them. But so we're just like dead. It's better when you're stalling this point to grapple like high on this thing so that you have like a weird swing and you can stop and kind of go the other way. It makes it easier to get out here and grab that health pack um, without messing with so much tech. But yeah, I think fundamentally your biggest problem is like you die too much, um, mainly because you come right at them instead of being to the side. You're not scouting. You need to scout. You need to set up. You need to think about like where do I want this fight to take place? Like, is my team close enough to fight? No. Okay. Are they gonna need to walk through something that's hard for them? They're having trouble walking over that bridge. They're having trouble walking through this corridor. Okay. When I see them about to do that, I'm gonna pull some people's attention, make some space for them. When I see they're near enough that I think we can kill someone, that's when I slam. Or I see someone isolated. This Ana is in the back. Maybe I'll shoot her. Maybe I'll shoot. That's a widow. Sorry, but that Ana like maybe I'll shoot her, bait the sleep. Now I'll slam. Try to kill her. Oh shit! The Reaper came back. Okay, I'm gonna run away. I'll go back to the front of the fight. Like you just have to constantly be doing shit, and be aware of just like when you're gonna go all in. Like use cover more, use your guns way more, use those off angles, use above more. Yeah, and then we just want better ults. We want more elevated ults. There's like a sweet spot. If you do it too high, they spread so much that you don't kill anything, which can be fine if you're just trying to zone. But I don't see you thinking through like those stuff, and then just like what needs to happen for us to win this map, right? It's 95%. I'm alive. Some of my team is dead. I'm gonna hide here until 97%, which is when you need to touch to trigger overtime. I just gotta like roll through. Then I got overtime ticking. Now I'm gonna come back, and now I'm gonna swing around, and now I'm gonna use my shield, right? So a lot to work on. Yeah. I hope this wasn't too harsh, but I think you just need to die less, basically. Let me know if you have questions.